off the dragon. That
But
it
we're
was a
live.
good one
No,
because I'm not stuck into the
tie or
series.
not. Live. On a yes or no, bro.
Nigga,
Yo,
no,
I told
don't
you
think it was
yes.
a
Like,
fucking
what's
tie.
wrong with you, son?
No, I do not think it was a fucking tie.
Yeah, you see, this is why I like talking to you when you're drunk, because you would never say no dumb shit like that.
I'm
It's
not
not
drunk.
dumb. You saying it's not a tie when it shows it's a tie is dumb. If you want to
You
talk,
yelling.
if you want to get technical and talk about dumb, like I said, only fans
I'm
from
not
the One Piece
talking to
community.
you. I was talking to
He's talking
Virgo.
about
I'm
me,
talking
and I'm
to
not
you.
drunk.
I'm talking to you though. You don't have to be talking to me.
Yeah, I'm not calling you dumb. I agree with you. Like, what are you talking about?
Got it. Well, I'm calling you
disagreeing.
dumb.
Ty, he's disagreeing with me.
Who wants to talk about One Piece, my dudes?
We are talking about One Piece, just not the One Piece I want to talk about.
My hockey is on point. You got me messed up. Yep.
I think you just misunderstood where the energy
Now I'll
was
take the calling you dumb back.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
This nigga said my hockey is on point. Goof ass. All right, what's good, people? We live. Y'all already know what the fuck it is. Came through since Matt apparently is terrible at telling.
Don't tell me this is a Game of Thrones stream.
Yeah.
No, nigga, we're gonna talk about chapter 942, Goofy.
About to get kicked again.
I'm like, yo, so this is
He's
it. So
about to get kicked again.
One Piece streams and then they be Game of Thrones streams.
No, my guy. But the thing is, Matt was supposed to host a stream 2.5 hours ago. I don't know where the fuck he is.
Just give him some time, he said.
Fuck out of here. So I suppose I will fill. Yeah, I am filling it for Matt B. Thank you, share the deck. Matt. Hopefully, Matt will come here once he realizes how late he is.
Fuck Matt.
I mean, yeah, it's fuck Matt B season. I can agree to that. But no bullshit. I really thoroughly enjoyed last chapter. It was fire. I don't know what you guys' thoughts on it was. I mean, there are meatheads who apparently don't like reading and just want to see fights all the time, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. Oh, Frank left. Whatever. Anyway.
That's my boy.
Good old Frank.
The shouts to Frank, dude.
Shout outs to Frank. I know he doesn't like being called Frank, but it's my stream, so I don't really give a fuck. Yeah. So, what do you guys think?
I thought Jimbei should have died in the last chapter because he sucks.
Okay, so like, what is your problem with me, and why are you choosing to have it? Like, why can't we be friends? Why can't we? No, but like, okay, my thing with Jimbei is he's going to be fine, and I don't really perceive why people are coming down his throat all the time, especially when he's going to be a really good helmsman, and like we could do with a really good helmsman to navigate the last parts of the Grand Line.
And he could fight.
I think people are getting like
like, have you seen the seat that he sat in? That shape that perfectly fits him, that's been there from the very start, like of the design of this most recent boat. Like, come on now.
Gorgeous.
I think people just want like someone related to the Straw Hats that's really popular to fucking die on screen. Like I just
no,
think
I know. They want like they overdoing it with Big Mom. They want Jimbei to come back missing an arm, or they want him to come back as a homie. Like, why would Oda play him like that and have him on the crew being useless? Like, nah, Jimbei's fine.
Missing an arm wouldn't make him useless.
No, it's gonna make him useless in terms of like no. Look, here's the thing. We're getting into a part of the story where like we need everybody on their A game. We don't need no one arm Jimbei.
Well,
like,
I don't think that's
I
true.
only had my other arm, you know what I mean? Fighting some scrub, having a scrub giving him problems.
I don't think that's true.
Oh man. Yeah. So I was thoroughly surprised by the chapter. Like the spoilers made it seem a lot worse than it actually was.
Go, man. Keep your hands cookie jar.
But yeah, it was good. Like I kind of like this. What's his name, Yasu or whatever? Yeah, I like that nigga. He was cool. He's a real ass nigga. Orochi played right into his hands. You know what I'm saying? He made him a martyr, and he ended up recruiting new allies and shit at the same time. Like that's some gangster shit.
Yeah, at the same time, making Orochi's men question Orochi as well.
Yeah,
I would say that was pretty tight.
The chapter was dope. The chapter was a 10 out of 10. Like that was amazing right there. The writing was crazy, and the chapter was so good. If they keep this up, I don't care if they show Luffy because it's like this was great writing and stuff.
Let me ask y'all a question because I was confused. So like, smiles take your emotions?
Yes and no.
Yeah, it robbed them of their emotions.
What?
It's something that needs to be explained because the previous Smile and Sad users weren't actually affected that emotionally. There have been some instances where there have been. I think someone referenced in one of Brago's comments on his live reaction that some of the, I don't know if it's like the billions or the gifters on Zoe were somewhat affected, but it's something that we have to see explained first because there are things that are contradictory to what we learned.
It's still tricky though, just because like to me it can make sense if like the devil fruit users aren't affected, but the people around.
It seemed like
the fruit are.
Like it worked on some like pollution shit, like
yeah, exactly.
Like wherever the smiles are created, like the
finished product will just give you devil fruit powers.
Yeah, but like
the form, but if you deposit
we're talking about like
rob you of your feelings.
versions.
Just like how they like the process of making smiles, whatever is in the air or in the water or whatever, fucks up your emotional state. Like that's the way I took it, but I don't know if that.
Yeah,
like,
the same.
My only problem with that is where Abisu Town is, because Abisu Town is right outside the flower capital. So it's unlikely that there, where I think it's Kibi is where the factories are by Curie and like Bakura Town and stuff. From my understanding, like I don't think it's the pollution, but it's more likely that they're like a byproduct of some description, whether that be a byproduct of experiments, whether that be a byproduct of other people using them. Like they're not the first level of effect, I don't think.
But it's not.
I don't think they're the only
where they're at
way that
there's
been things affected or whatever.
Where they're at is technically a wasteland kind of, and we don't know the full history. So like it seems like their resources have been robbed kind of over there, and all the good resources on the other side. So it could have been something where like maybe it was a smile factory there, or maybe it was something there that affected those people, and then they took it off. To not kill
it's clearly not like them eating smile fruits and then only.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're a byproduct in some way.
But if they was experimented on, if they was experimented on, like if they was put into a cell or something was, they would have said it by now. So I think it's just that them like breathing in the toxic stuff.
Yeah. What did you think about when he did become the martyr and whatnot, and how everybody was starting to rush the scene, sort of? You think it was a large riot?
Oh yeah, that was dope because he had the people sticking up for that. So it's always like that. I don't like people like crying up. They want
not for nothing
and stuff like that. So it was dope that even though those people can't do nothing, and to me they're gonna die fighting Kaido, but it was cool that they was like trying to stand up for themselves.
It's like two things, right? First, I was just surprised that we saw the nigga get shot on panel. Like I just kind of enjoyed seeing that. That just brought it was just like, oh, they're making the shit rated R when it's really PG-13. Like I just liked the scene of that. And two, like it clearly shows how much the general population just does not fuck with Orochi. Like they all know, but it's been so long that they're not willing to do anything. But they're waiting for the moment so they can all be like, fuck this nigga. Like Oda's making that shit clear.
I'm sorry. I saw an interesting comment in the chat. It says, Virgo, why do you think the Beast Pirates haven't told Orochi that Momo was alive? Yasu's death is meaningless if they just told him that all the Red Scabbards are alive.
Do they know?
Yeah, I don't think they know because Kinemon been in hiding all this time.
I don't think so. Because Orochi does have no knowledge of Momo being.
Why would they not assume he's alive though? They know that Raz is alive.
Yeah, I mean, and when would they have seen him?
No, they kind of do assume that they're alive, but it's not really any proof. So it's like it's hard to go hard.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's solidified.
If they do think he's alive, like I don't think they think.
They know for a fact that some of them are alive because there's a traitor.
But do they know Momo's alive? And if he is alive, do they know that he's only an 8-year-old boy? Like there's I don't think it's as clear.
The details are kind of muddy, but there's suspicion to believe at least something's going on. You could also ask the bigger question of, even if you're not assuming Momo, replace Momo in that question with just the 9 Scabbards.
Yeah, well, that's an entirely different conversation. Like I think them knowing that Momo specifically is alive kind of changes this whole situation versus just an insurrection of fucking.
I don't think it really does.
Yeah, it does. It's a direct.
No, because you would still imply. Let's say they assume that only Rise is alive. That means that the importance of Raizo is so vast that they would send Jack out all the way to Zoe just to find him.
Yeah,
true.
So that would still be really important if they're sending out some of their strongest people.
That was associated and a part of the 9 Scabbards versus a direct descendant of Odin. Like both of them are bad, but one is clearly more bad than the other for their situation.
Yeah, but still magnitude of importance. Okay. One isn't so important to the degree that you wouldn't actually tell the people who rule Wano that they're alive. Okay, so that's something that we have to have explained in the future.
People knew that the son of Odin was still alive.
There is more interesting stuff being said in the chat. It says, Dofi knew Momo was alive. He was after him. Didn't Doflamingo know? Even if the beef pirates don't know, Dofi should have told him since Dofi was looking for him.
Dofi was playing.
I don't think Dofi was searching for him. I think he just happened to be there.
I think Dofi. I don't even think. I would be surprised if Dofi even would tell Kaido about.
Kaido told Dofi to catch Momo for them. I don't believe that's the case. No, he did not.
But that's tricky because we don't know if he just wanted the dragon smile user or if he wanted Momo for other reasons. Like I think they was just after him for the smile, for the dragon devil fruit.
I think it's difficult though because like, don't we have Kawamatsu who was in the jail, and like, what would Orochi's response to be that? Like, we assume that Orochi knows everyone that's there, but like,
why did he just
a lot of the reactions of Orochi haven't been that. They've been quite converse. Like they've been.
It's a little bit confusing, I would say, Sage.
Yeah.
Well, clearly,
like, why would he not just end Kawamatsu? Why would he not just end the Yakuza bosses? Why?
Yeah.
Well, part of that is definitely for convenience.
Yeah, I would say so. Akainu D-Dog said, Ty, how can I get an Akainu hat?
How can you get an Akainu hat?
Yep.
Yeah, I want one too.
Well, you gotta send some money to my PayPal. My PayPal is Taekwon.
Do you want to put in the description?
Yeah, I'll put it in the description. But yeah, like you gotta pay for that, and since one isn't made yet, you kind of have to pay a little bit more for it. So get in touch with me.
It's a custom made hat, correct?
Yeah, because it's a custom made hat. But I will say this though,
this one's actually not going to be copyrighted.
Whoever makes the hat first, whoever makes the hat first does everybody else a favor because you could pay for the setup, and get the hat, and then nobody else has to pay for the setup.
I'm editing the video right now. What's your PayPal?
Huh?
I'm editing the video right now. What's your PayPal?
Just write your PayPal and all that in the chat.
Oh, my bad.
Are you gonna put it in the chat? That's
all right, yeah. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Let me see how you use this thing.
Nigga, are you making one right now?
No, I'm trying to figure out. You know what? I'm gonna send it to you on Twitter. I was trying to write it on the.
That's a bad.
Can you also tell me the last 4 of your social?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm literally like, this is gonna go wrong.
Wait, how can that go wrong with a PayPal? They're gonna send him money. There's literally nothing that can go wrong.
Man, you should keep that shit to like DMs, really, because like people can.
How you gonna get paid?
Knowing your email, they
would never do that to Lord Ty.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
No. Trust me, my email, like you can't. It's like y'all seen that thing with somebody trying to hack my Twitch the other day, and they tried like over and over and over and over. Like you can't hack into my stuff. Like my stuff is good on that.
Bro, he literally had antivirus protection on the link I just sent him.
What?
Yeah, okay.
I think he literally had antivirus protection on the fucking Hangouts link I sent you.
Didn't your YouTube channel, guy?
That's because somebody was in the Hangout, and I was way before that. Like now it's different, whatever. So like even if somebody was to like go into my PayPal or whatever the case is, it's gonna be something on my phone that I have to approve before that person can go in. That's why nobody was able to get into my.
Ty is also like a tier 1 hacker as well.
You know what? Sure, why not? Go for it. Like,
but yeah, you know, like if you trolling, keep trolling. But if anybody's serious about the hat, send $50 to that PayPal, and that'll get the Akainu hat started. And hit me up on Twitter. Send them my Twitter, Virgo, and I'll make any hats y'all want.
Hold on, did you already message me? Hold on.
No. Yeah, I did.
We'll get right back to the nigga. That's your email.
No, that's how you send money to my PayPal. That's my PayPal.
Oh, that's a bad. All right, got you. I got you.
I'm pretty sure Ty's email is not for nothing at Gmail.
But not for nothing at gmail.com. The doctor. Oh, welcome, the doctor. I haven't seen you here before. Welcome. He said, I'll get a hat when Ty does a neck to neck and tells Drizzt how much he overhypes the Admirals the whole stream. Bet.
It's basically gonna be it.
Well, I don't take requests. So when I stream with Driss, whatever happens, happens.
Word. Virgo is underrated, and Ty shut up before I get the red sniper. Oh shit.
Jesus Christ.
That is
so
Ty's one
scared.
weakness. That's a fact.
I'm so scared.
Oh goodness. But no, so I wanted to bring up how really sad it is that not only is this Toko's first time seeing her dad in a very long time, but the first time she sees her father, he gets riddled with bullets.
Yeah, that brought me so much joy.
Wait,
That
what?
was
Yeah.
See, that was a sad
twist.
part.
That was
I don't
great,
think
though.
that
Wait,
was.
did you just say it brought you so much joy?
Yeah, bro. There's nothing like childhood trauma.
Are you trolling?
No, I'm dead serious.
I don't think that was her first time seeing her dad, though. You know what I mean? Like, cause he pretty much.
He sold her into like slavery, basically.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure
He
that
did
they
it
had
to
something
save
going
her
on where
life.
like he was given whoever the witch and hour boy was given stuff like I'm pretty sure that behind the scenes, you know, like they were still in touch. I don't think that was the first time that she seen her dad, but it's still sad either way, you know.
Very sad. Like it was super.
It
like,
would have been highlighted more if that was the first. Like if she didn't know her
Florian
dad.
Triangle.
That was the
Can
first
I
time.
hop in the stream? Oh yeah, that's a bet. You want the link? That's a bet.
Oh yeah, what I was saying is I think the witch and hour boy is Toko, is the girl who they killed her father.
You think it's the little girl is the witch?
Yeah,
And
with the
What's
devil
moderate?
fruit, with the devil
you
fruit
talking
power
about?
that she was pulling the stuff off her face. Because look,
Yo, what's good,
Yeah.
Virgo?
because look, when we was first introduced
What's
to
up,
her,
Mata?
Yo, fuck this guy, Matt B, dude.
all right, look,
Wait, why are you saying that, Dritz?
her name is Tama,
He's in the
right?
chat.
Or Toko. What's her name?
Is it?
I
name is
You said
Tama or
trash
Toko?
ass stream? Nigga, how about you stream, bitch?
I simply thought what's his name was lying about not being the witch and hour boy.
I don't know if he's lying. Like
I thought he was lying.
What's that girl name?
I don't
Tama
know why
or Toko?
Oda would like say he was and be like, nah, I'm really not to be like, yeah, I actually was the whole time. Like that'd be a little ridiculous, no?
All right, look, here's why I think the witch and hour boy is his daughter, because when we was first introduced to her, right, she goes, you know, she says her name and then she goes, and I'm a girl, I'm not a boy, ha ha ha. Like who said anything about you being a boy? So it's kind of almost like she knows she's a witch and hour boy. So to throw
That is
people
a
off.
hot ass
Wait.
Kiku says the same thing though. She does. She has the same thing. She does the same thing.
No, but the girl, but I'm saying
They're both
that the little girl did it in a more suspicious way. So like with her, I think she did it trying to just throw people off, even though nobody suspected it was her anyway. You know, like those bad liars, they kind of like give themselves up. I think that's what she did when she said that, when she was like, you know, my name is this, but I'm a girl, I'm not a boy. And
so she's a 9-year-old boy that goes around stealing shit.
Check this out though. Look who her dad is, right? So she can't be no wimp. I'm not saying she's super hack strong, but look who her dad is, and then at the same time,
she could probably take on Jack.
Look, it's still a witch in our it's still a witch in our boy. So if it's not this little girl, it would be a little boy. Like this is not a man. This is not the witch in our man. So like it's probably her.
That's funny.
Quan, that is a whole child.
That's funny. That's funny.
That is a whole child.
I mean,
yeah,
that's
I'm still under the belief the witch and our boy was Yasu.
I don't know if he's gonna play pull a pudding essentially though. Like I see what you're saying, and I get this. I kind of thought the same thing, but I don't know if this is like a pudding situation where he is, but he isn't, but he is. You know what I mean? Like that to do that twice in 2 back-to-back would be crazy.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you look at it, his whole stick was doing what? Drawing attention to himself, putting it out there that Orochi was a coward. He's saying that he used the witching hour ruse in order to get that attention, right? It's basically what he's saying. But at the same time, he's claiming of not being the witching hour boy.
Yeah, if the witch and hour boy is not who I said, it could just be the last Red Scarbard or whatever, like somebody strong.
Yeah, I mean, he is supposed to be a Red Scarbard. That's why they wanted him. That's why your boy.
Wait, what? A Red Scarbard?
A Red Scabbard. You know what he meant, man. Come on. You trash, Virgo.
I'm sorry.
You big trash.
It's nothing dope about technically knowing the name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just I can't troll every now and again.
No.
Not that's a bad troll.
The other pussies. Whatever.
That's like saying what's that move Kizaru does, his light beam move, the Yasutami no Naka, whatever that crazy joint is.
Yeah.
Do you know the name of that move?
Yeah. Mirror move.
Yeah.
Say it.
Wow. Yasamira. Fuck.
It's something crazy. It's like the Yasutaki Modai, whatever that crazy joint.
I legitimately actually cannot
like
pronounce
Mirror Force or something.
I legitimately cannot pronounce that. No, not like Gear Force. What's up, Spidey J?
Afternoon, gentlemen.
Takes
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Matt. I know you still in the fucking chat, but Spidey didn't like very much what you said about him last stream.
I don't give a fuck.
What
he didn't like it
last stream?
I mean, I think Roger is trying to like sell something, but like it was
Well, he called you creditless with no facts whatsoever, and how you.
I think you added that.
Basically, I said the revolutionaries were trash, and he didn't like that. A lot of people didn't like that.
Are you?
Yeah.
You see, Spidey, this man. Go into it, bro. You got it.
No, it's because like
no, he got it, Virgo. He got it.
I love Spidey. No, I love Spidey, but he sounded like kind of a moron.
No, he got it. He got it. We can all draw conclusions.
No. Listen. He was like, yo, revolutionaries are trash. Matt said, why are they trash? He said, they're trash. Oh, great answer, buddy.
I explained why I thought what I thought.
I know, you explained after.
You know what? Just for the sake of this, why are they trash?
Okay, right? Revolutionaries are trash because compare them to like Kuma and Ivankov, right? Or even Dragon. Like if you put those three niggas next to each other, they look nothing alike. You can tell they all have different stories. They're like a mismatch of characters, right? And that's what a revolutionary army should be. Like people from all over the world coming together to oppose the government. So I say the revolutionaries captains are trash because they all have generic designs. Like Lindbergh looks like Sabo as a cat. Like their designs
but you can't scale One Piece based off designs, because if you're gonna do that, then you might as well say Ivankov is weak and Ivankov.
But let me reply to that real quick. I can do that for them. I can do that for them.
Can we talk about this?
I can do that for them because we know nothing else about them. I can do that for them.
One Piece is not the series to like base their strength off of design. Like
I'm not basing their strength off of design.
You do that and you'll be wrong.
Like fuck what they look like.
I acknowledge that they have like good abilities for like an organization like the Revolutionary Army, but I just think the designs are garbage.
So you acknowledge their abilities, but they're trash to you because of how they look.
Yeah.
Okay.
The way the community
that's a solid argument.
Y'all need to this is why I think niggas are tripping. It is a visual medium. I cannot like it. Like I hope Katakuri would not be nearly as cool.
You realize that's the dumbest shit you have ever said, right?
How in a manga will we like? You're tripping, Mo. You're tripping.
Oda will make somebody look whack just to make them strong.
Niggas will still think they're. I'm not saying they're weak. Niggas will still think they look whack. Like get out of here.
Hold on. Look. The way y'all overhype the admirals like they're Yonko level. If it's Sabo and
who's y'all, bro? Who's y'all, bro?
Listen.
How did you take it to this?
If you don't think an admiral is Yonko level,
you weren't even talking about them niggas.
But look, if Sabo and these captains,
how the fuck did you take it there?
Look, if Sabo and these captains,
all right, that's a bet.
Look, if Sabo,
all right, Matt, start the stream up.
Two admirals.
No cap.
They're mad strong. Are you crazy? They're fighting two admirals. Sabo and his captains, son, and they about to rescue Kuma.
I never once said they were weak.
Never
once said that.
What's up?
How the fuck did you take this there?
Why do you want censorship?
Nigga.
Y'all know y'all think they admiral level. I mean,
no. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this.
I just want to say that I never like forgot that one time whenever my dad left me for a pack of cigarettes, that you came over to my house as I was crying in the rain and you held me. That really meant a lot to me.
Can we talk about the
that never happened?
Yeah, can we please?
Are you sure?
Can we talk about the chapter? Can we talk about 922?
Yeah.
Can we talk about 922?
This whole Frost Moon Village thing.
Yes.
You know the bit, what is it? Shimasuki or something? I can't fucking talk it. Like, I'm bad at it. It's fine. It's
remember
fine.
Remember Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji? They fought Aokiji and he washed all of them up. Or when Kizaru fought
Oh my
on Sabata
god.
Odi and Kizaru washed everybody up. If these revolutionary commanders was not on par or they was not somewhere like Green Bull and Fuji would just wash all of them up. So like they're very strong for it to be.
I'm not saying they're weak though. Like I never said they were weak.
I get it was a 2-on-5, I believe, but that's still impressive.
Like niggas like to call category garbage, even though he's one of the strongest people in the series. Like it's not about them being strong, bro. Like it's not about
bro.
Okay, cool.
No, but wasn't you just saying something about they're not too strong because they're designed?
Can we talk?
No, I didn't say too strong. But yeah, let's talk about the chapter though, because like it's relevant to the stream. Yeah.
Oh, why are you running?
I'm not running, but literally the whole like the whole yeah, like unless Borgo wants to hear me rant about this for 2 streams in a row.
I came in here to watch Ty get it done.
He's right though. Like, we didn't cap. We didn't have this stream to repeat the last stream.
I got invited to talk about this week's chapter.
Yeah, this is like Toei. This is recap. Okay, we gotta get this.
Hey man, I'll say.
Listen, nigga, like I don't want to find out about who Wapple is again.
Anyway, as Sage was talking about the village, Shimatsuki, can we talk about that? What that means for Zoro's master, Koshiro? What it could mean for Zoro? The old.
What are you talking about?
The Wano.
It doesn't mean much.
Huh?
Will y'all listen to him and maybe you'll understand?
I'm asking him a question, dickhead. What village?
Shimatsuki.
Okay, so basically the full name of like frickin' Tonyasu.
Yasu.
Yeah, his full name is like Shimatsuki Yasuni or whatever.
Yasui. Yeah, go ahead.
Yasui, yeah.
And
well, that means frost moon loosely, and that's the exact word is the same one used, but like that's the word used for Zoro's teacher's village. So, like, is there a connection? They also wear, like, a similar emblem on their sleeves of the dojo, as Tonyasu had on him. So, like, a lot of people are speculating that, like, at the very least, there's a connection between, you know,
Zoro's master
and Wano, like, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
That a thing. So it's just what level that like he had to do with Roger and the others really now, isn't it? Because like it's likely that like because there's the Hakame, which is the legal court, and obviously that's where everyone's going to have come into a Wano originally. So like if that's like where they've come in, then you know, is that where he's left from as well? Is that why he's got the same like emblem? Is he from like Yasui's like village or whatever, or like what level of involvement do people think he has?
I can get that. And it might be a stretch, but I don't think it would be too far to say that Yukimaru might also originate from there as well.
I don't know. I'm gonna pull a hater and say I won't believe it until I see it. Like I understand.
Oh my god!
No, listen.
Yeah, you're an edgy pessimist. Oh my god! You're so fucking cool.
I think there is something that's pointing into the relationship between Zoro's master and Wano, but I'm also scared that a lot of the excitement behind Zoro and Wano is based on the fact that we got a whole arc based on Sanji. So like it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, true. I agree with you. Like, and I think the story is what it's showing, not extra. Like, people love throwing in extra. So to me, all the story is saying is that okay, Zoro Sensei or his master, yeah, he's from Wano, but it's not saying that Zoro's his son or that Zoro's from Wano or whatever. But that's still enough of a connection for Zoro to care. Like, you know, nah, my master was everything. He's from here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna liberate this place.
Yeah.
Plus the people that he already see in danger. So I think that's where they're going with it, and we'll probably find out where Zoro's from in the future, or maybe this will give us a hint, maybe. But I don't think he's from Wano. You know what I mean? Zoro's from somewhere else, probably.
No. The reason why this is news is because, like, I think the first volume of Wano came out in the SBS. Somebody brought up the fact that Dragon's ship pulled up in that same village where Zoro went to learn from Koshiro.
Yeah.
So they were asking Oda there, was someone from Wano on that island? And Oda said, yeah. And he said, but I don't want to give it away because it could be a potential spoiler for the future of Wano.
Oh, okay,
So,
but that,
yeah.
but that still means, all right, say something is up where Kawina was there or someone was there. That still does not. All I'm trying to say is that Zoro's not from Wano. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that Zoro doesn't have plot happening or he doesn't have stuff happening on Wano. I'm just saying like he's not like people like it's dope. He's a dope swordsman, but you don't have to be born in Wano to be a dope swordsman. Zoro is like an orphan or someone from somewhere.
I want to say it was also interesting.
Ace was on Wano too, but they already talked about that in the beginning.
All right, word. I weren't talking. That's
bad. Yo.
No,
your own stream.
No, it's good. Yeah, it's all good. Black, are you here?
Yeah, what's up?
What's good, my dude? You haven't been here in a fucking year, dude. Hey, face cams out for the boys.
What's good?
What's good, my dude? I missed you, my man.
Yeah, I know. I've been just doing my own thing. I've been actually busy, started work and all that.
Niggas get over a K subscribers and start acting different.
Oh, okay, Virgo. Who's the one that stopped inviting me?
Oh, that's
who's the one who went on like an 8-month hiatus?
Hey, listen, that's a bet, man. Listen, it was a terrible 8 months. That's why I went on hiatus.
All right, fair enough.
All right, but I'm glad you're back. What do you think about the chapter, my dude? I want to hear from you.
I think, obviously, I think we all agree it was a really sad chapter, and seeing how much everyone cares for him.
Unless you're Hans, who enjoyed it, whatever. Go ahead.
I like seeing fucked up shit in manga. Kill me.
You're a weird nigga. Anyway, go ahead, Zephyr.
No, I definitely was sad, but one thing I wanted to take away, and I feel like maybe I'm looking a little bit too much into it, but you know how like the whole thing behind smiles was that they're forced to smile even though they're sad, right? And what I found interesting is the fact that the main component to make smiles is SAD, the thing that Caesar was working on. So I was wondering if like Oda's using play on words where the thing that creates smiles is sad and they're forced to they're sad and they're forced to smile. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I noticed that. I don't know if I'm looking too deep into it.
I don't think that's too crazy. I think there's enough evidence to say that. You know what I mean? But like it's just the way. I think the question is it an effect of eating the shit or is it an effect of the production of making the smiles that causes people to fucking smile? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Someone said, who said it? Young Obama said, I cried for Zoro Daddy. Oh my God.
I remember in Sawyer's video, he talked about how he believed like there was, I think, Sawyer's.
Sawyer?
He thinks it's like a physical, like there's something physically happened to Wano and it also affected the rest of the people because of the smiles. Probably something wrong, pollution, how the people, the foods got all poisoned and stuff. It's probably something got contaminated.
Okay, I mean it's not crazy. Matt, if you got so much shit to say, Matt, nigga, hop in the call and stop being a hoe.
But what I definitely think is the case is like it's a very similar situation to Dressrosa, where instead of replacing with people forced to be happy, it's like in Dressrosa it was people forced to be in toys and being forgotten. It's a very similar trait to what happened in Dressrosa, but I don't know what you would consider more sad versus this one. I think the toy one is a little bit more fucked up, but this one's pretty bad too.
I mean, I wouldn't compare those two scenarios, but I see what you're saying, though.
Yeah, the writing of it was very good because, like, up until this point, they made it seem like the things are so bad that people smile anyway, and it was kind of reminding us of Luffy. But then we come to find out this chapter where it's like, nah, they've been robbed of their sadness. They have no choice but to smile. So yeah, that was good. Yeah,
I think this was giving mostly like from the beginning was trying to give Zoro some character motivation to want to do something because from the beginning, as he was like walking through the village where everyone was laughing and smiling, and then now he's seeing like why those guys were actually smiling and laughing, even though people were getting hurt and like people were like dirt poor and hungry and starving, and now he knows all this and the reason why they're all smiling.
Yeah, but like the way things are now, unless a calamity gets in the way or unless like someone gets in the way, it's about to be Zoro versus the Shogun. Because Zoro's too angry to just like stand here and not do anything.
Oh yeah, I mean Zoro's the Shogun's the one that just executed, so he's definitely making a move.
But to me though, like if that's what's gonna happen, then the Shogun is just a scaredy cat, but he can probably fight. Because like it would be whack if Zoro two shots the Shogun or something like that, and it's over.
I mean, if anything, wouldn't Drake
If the
step in
Shogun's
for like
gonna be able
Hawkins?
to fight,
Yeah,
or someone who
that's
can fight is gonna step up and fight for him. But it'll just be better if the Shogun could fight. Because look, Cracker goes, I'm scared of pain, but he fought crazy and was mad good. So just because the Shogun is a coward doesn't mean he can't fight.
Yeah, but wouldn't Hawkins or Drake just step in at that point? Like, you know?
I don't think they messing like true, Hawkins and Drake is there, but I don't think like that's enough to stop Zoro at this point. Like Zoro seems like he's about to like it would just be better if he fought the Shogun right now.
Wow.
And then keep in mind, depending on what happens, Kaido might stop backing the Shogun because of what happened to the girl that got killed, or the girl that they think that
you think Kaido cares?
No.
They all care about her because of her looks. Like they don't care for the right reasons, but they might care enough to be like.
They don't think Kaido does.
I don't think Kaido cares about who the Shogun is, as long as the Shogun is willing to do what he wants. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If whatever that other dude's name, the one that's under Orochi, if that guy ended up planning an insurrection to become the Shogun and was still willing to back Kaido wouldn't give Orochi. The one that killed
Kyoshiro.
Yeah, man. Like if that nigga tried to dethrone Orochi and was still willing to back Kaido, like Kaido would not give a fuck about Orochi.
I think he's about to be an ally though.
He might be. Who knows?
I mean, Ty, that's not crazy to say. There are flags all over the place that say that he might definitely be a potential ally.
Wait, are you talking about Orochi?
No, Kyoshiro.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like Joy Boy, like saying that it's gonna be a change in the Shogun, but the problem with what Joy Boy is saying is that like what difference does it make, right?
Well, wait, what was the reasoning of him saying there's gonna be a change in the Shogun?
Oh, because pretty much people think that the Shogun is a coward and all of that, and that's been emphasized this chapter. But what I'm trying to say is that okay, look, it's a problem because it's Kaido and the Shogun versus the Straw Hats. So even if the Shogun changes to Kirishiro or whatever his name is, it still doesn't make things any better, because if anything, it makes things worse because he's gonna be like more
confident.
So it only makes sense if the Shogun changes to a Shogun that's gonna be an ally or something like that. Like it doesn't make sense for it to change from one Shogun to another Shogun. Meanwhile, nothing changed as far as our enemies, which would almost be like. You see how Luffy fought Big Mom and lost, or he clashed with Big Mom, couldn't win. Then he got fought Kaido early and couldn't win. Like that would be like him going from losing to Big Mom to like beating Kaido that quick. So it's like that's not gonna happen in the story.
Yeah. How much of you guys believe in that whole like number shit and color spreads and shit like that? Because we're only like 2 chapters away.
I was hoping you wouldn't say that.
What is that whole 944?
No, that's not a thing.
Why isn't it?
You're talking about the shit like
okay,
Briss, if you're uninformed about it, you're basically saying that there's death.
I know what the theory is.
I don't think it's gonna be the death or anything. I'm just genuinely curious if like
I can see Zoro. I mean, Zoro already got one shot by Kameza, so you could definitely dive in the nails or something.
That did happen.
I don't know what that 944 shit is.
All right.
There's the color spread. It's an old color spread. I think it's like a little bit of a post time skip. It's like Luffy's. Oh, not sorry. Luffy Zoro sitting on top of a grave, with the zombie with the 944 on it.
And what that's supposed to.
People just say well, there's like plenty of theories, but people
there's
assume
like something written on the gravestone.
Something major is gonna happen on 944.
There's like something written on the gravestone.
Well, Chris, you the theory guy. Like, what's the most popular theory about that?
I mean, I can tell you the most popular theory isn't that Zoro's gonna die. That's just people just. I mean, if you actually think that, then I mean, your literary interpretation goes probably mid.
Zoro or Mihawk?
No, the idea is basically like there's no concrete of what actually is going to happen. People just think it's going to be something important related to Zoro. So people are just throwing out ideas of what it could be. That's where like the death and Mihawk stuff comes from.
Yeah, correct.
I mean, to their point, I know that in older color spreads before Ace died, there was color spreads to suggest that Ace was going to die.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But the difference in that is that Zoro's sitting on the grave. He's not in the grave or anything like that. So
and
like
I think there's another one where like the numbers are rearranged, but like the same number as when Gear 2nd was revealed was the same numbers that were used for Gear 4th, but the numbers were rearranged.
If anything, all that can mean is that maybe Zoro does know someone who's from Wano, whether it's his sensei or whatever, and he just finds out that person died in that chapter, and he's like,
or maybe Zoro gets a Gear 2nd.
No, because Zoro was sitting on that.
He opens his eye.
Your trolling levels are like blooming.
Yo, the whole time I've been here, I've been just hearing Drut's troll.
Zoro's sitting on a grave, and he's not the one in the grave. That just means someone.
Because I know, like when that nigga made the joke about like cigarette, I was like, bro. Anyway, Drit,
yeah,
I'm probably painting myself by asking you this. What did you actually feel about the chapter?
I haven't read it yet.
Wait, right. I will fuck you up.
Drut's not reading a One Piece chapter. Nice one.
I know he probably read the spoilers and everything. I don't want to hear that shit.
No, I don't read the spoilers anymore.
You read the chapter.
No.
Yes, you did.
Where's your proof? I didn't put up a live reaction, did I?
You were in Braga's.
His internet.
I was also in Braga's Game of Thrones stream, and I don't watch Game of Thrones.
Chris, you're not.
But you know,
I mean, you're fine if you're not watching Game.
I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
Quid pro quo.
In that stream, you said that you
what
didn't.
What do you think about the chapter? You stupid piece of shit.
I'm not telling you.
You know what? Fuck you. Fuck you. All right, fucking cunt. What do you think, Madara?
With what exactly?
Chapter.
Oh, I thought it was great. I mean,
I'm glad that you're a normal human being, unlip this stupid piece of shit drip. Anyway.
Bro, I was hoping that
Yasu was actually
be like,
dead.
oh, I love the chapter.
If he's actually dead, that'd be great. But
no, he's dead.
It's Oda, so we don't know.
No, he's dead.
I mean, this whole chapter is garbage if like he's not dead.
No, he's dead. Like a lot of times when people don't die, we don't see them die. We kind of seen him die.
He made a big deal out of it. He 100% is dead.
And in this case, it's not a lot he could do but die. So it's like the chapters before he said no, because the chapters before he said it's not a lot I can do, but I'll do what I can.
Yeah, because the whole chapter was about him potentially getting new allies for the Straw Hats, for like Kinemon. Because he told them in the previous chapter, I'll get you some allies, and this is the best way for him to have done it.
Yeah, and you can see the people crying like he really died. And keep this in mind too: the samurais don't like to cry, so if they're crying, the guy's dead.
I know it's not on the same scale, but did anyone else get like Roger execution vibes while they were reading it?
No, absolutely.
No, not really.
Yeah, because like the way it was like everyone's like surrounding him. He's posted up top. Everyone's surrounding him. Everyone's like a lot of people are bawling. Everyone's looking for what's happening. Everyone's in confusion. And then there's people that are there that are obviously gonna take away something from this execution.
I definitely got those vibes for sure. And it's crazy, and it's funny how Zoro didn't really understand at first. Zoro's kind of a meathead sometimes. He's a little birdhead.
Well, he takes everything at first
face value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just like, why are you guys smiling? I'm like, come on, you fucking meathead. Seriously.
Where Zoro was about to kill him for smiling. I think this is funny.
I'm like, bro.
He's like, shut your dumb ass. Bro, there was something so painful about the daughter laughing at her father's death. I was like, Jesus.
Oh yeah, but that's good though because Zoro to me Zoro be walking around like he don't really care. This was a good enough conflict to make him care. Why are y'all smiling? Then he figures out they have no choice. They kind of can't do nothing, but they can't help it. The stuff is so messed up. So Zoro will do something now. Because now you know what, Zoro wasn't invested. Zoro wasn't 100% invested in this. All Zoro was invested in was Kaido wants to kill him, so they kind of got to kill Kaido, but that was it.
I mean, yeah, he was legitimately yo, he rushed to the scene.
Yeah, now Zoro's invested.
I gotta say, why did he not throw a flying slash and get him down? Or...
Nah, yeah, true. But I guess
He saw that Hawkins was there. That's why he didn't throw any flying slashes.
Stop all of that.
What do you mean stop? What the hell?
Zoro was too far away to do anything, and then a flying slash is still risky. Like you sending a flying slash all through the air.
That is true, because if you just knocked him down, he would have fell on his face. What if he just
imagine Zoro sent the flying slash, and by mistake he cuts him in half, and it's like, sorry, y'all. I tried
Sorry. I got a few funny comments that I've been seeing that I want to read. So let's see. Z Killer said he was mad because they were laughing at his boyfriend. I should bet. We got there was one that says mad One Piece fans are sweating right now, waiting for Dritz's live reaction so they can use his points to debate on BDA Discord and act smart.
No, but like this chapter was like the first like decent chapter we have in a while.
I thought it was amazing, and for those that think it's trash, I feel like they have like no substance in their own character.
No, the only thing I had like
what does that statement even mean?
No substance in their character.
You're a shitty person if you didn't take.
Yeah, he's saying you're lacking in moral fiber, basically.
I am saying that. I feel like you're a shitty person if you didn't like this at all.
What if you just think it's okay?
Then
no,
you're like half shitty.
You're half shitty.
I found there's a little problems I didn't like about it with how.
Well, I have a little problems I don't like about you. Now what?
It's just a joke.
I'm not mad B. I'm not a One Piece apologist. I'm just joking.
Exactly.
Yeah, like the just a joke. Like it was just a prank. I want to see how that goes off, but like how Oda continues that part. But other than that, it was decent.
Yeah. When I was reading that part of the chapter, what I think they could have did, but they missed the opportunity, is that like, okay, if that was just a prank and all the people who they locked up was innocent, right? They didn't really do nothing. That could have been a great opportunity to be like up on the cross and be like, that was a prank, and everybody who has the symbolism on it has nothing to do with it, and all the people who has something to do with it is out free.
Wait,
attack!
are we? We're all in agreement that that was him bullshitting, or was he serious? You think?
No, he was bullshitting. No,
yes, he was.
No, he was serious because remember, it was people in the prison. It was people in the prison saying like, "Hey, we had nothing to do with this. What do you mean? Like what? Remember, it was all those clueless."
Well, they were just saying that just because they didn't want,
He was saying that to get them free.
Like, no, but at the same time,
I know you say this a lot, but I'm gonna slap the shit out you. You know this shit.
No, at the same time, they were saying they was like, but this is just a market. Like, what if we didn't do like those people didn't seem like they was down with it. But in Sunset, it was a joke.
I remember Marco too. He was a cool guy.
I'm not doing it.
Because he sent them a secondary location to meet up as well. So
no, I'm saying that Kennymon and they have a plan, but the part where he's like. The thing where he's like he did it as a joke, like I don't think he said he made it up. Not everybody who's in jail is has something to do with it, because some of those people was like, yo, we like, so maybe it was a half joke, half not. Some was innocent.
No,
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
I'm talking about the chapter when the people.
Hold on, time. Hey, run that back, Turbo. Like, what exactly do you mean, Drew?
He muted himself.
That's
the only way to stop Lord Ty.
For him to stop himself,
dude. Speaking on the anime quickly, because like it kind of pertains to Wano. I really don't see how they're still not gonna have shit pacing unless they go into filler after the Reverie. Because what chapter they adapted now? They're like 907. They're close to like the middle of near the end of the Reverie, and that's what like early 900s, and we're only 30 chapters ahead.
Wait, what part of the Reverie is the anime on right now?
We kind of always been like 30, 22 chapters ahead, though.
No, we would get at least like 50 chapters ahead.
Nah, it's like 8 months worth of chapters, which is like 30, 40.
Yeah, but if they're trying to like develop this better, right? They're trying to have a better pacing, better everything. They can't really do that.
At some point, filler's gonna have to happen because they can't catch up. But
like I can't believe I'm saying this, but I really want filler.
You want why?
So then it gives them more time to work on Wano animation and everything wise, and they don't have to like stretch shit out.
Or they could just like do it where it could do like 1/3 of a chapter per episode, and they can have more still frames with like bump, bump, bump.
Oh no!
And then every single little thing that happens,
if it's
make sure to get every single person on the entire island's reaction to what one thing that happened.
I only want filler if it's good filler, like people reactions.
30 seconds of oh.
Like, bro, anything happens, it's like boo, 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 like just everyone's reaction.
We need good filler, like Akainu versus Aokiji and stuff. Like One Piece has so much stuff people got questions about that they could be showing us that for filler and not have some random.
I would love that, and they don't do that.
Bro, Leo Meshi actually said something like, Oda's off screen so much in Wano, it's not a problem for Toei. They could just flesh all that shit out.
No,
that would be tragic.
Give us the fight.
We can literally get an entire page 1 fight.
No, do a whole episode
I want to see Sanji
Sanji versus page 1. Flesh that shit out.
What?
No, if they do that, the community is going to be enraged.
No, because there's a lot. If you actually go back to Marineford, there's a lot of things in Marineford that was like
here. 1 moment.
expanded on in the anime.
Do you actually hate that man?
Who? I like Tai.
No, not Tai. Not Lord Taekwondo of the 1000s.
Who are we talking about?
Sanji, dude.
Who's that?
Okay.
Good question.
All right.
That's a bet.
Yeah, I hate him, obviously.
Why?
Oh, I have to do this again.
Bro, no, let him hate who he wants. Who cares?
No.
I'll give you the too long don't read version.
I had an entire stream about are we too hard on Sanji, and I feel like this man should have
been. The only person that's too hard on Sanji is Ivankov.
Okay.
Okay. Oh man.
Am I wrong?
That's hilarious.
I have no words.
That's hilarious.
I don't know what to say about that.
That's hilarious.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Dritz.
You rang?
Yo, just came to fuck with you, bro. Type.
Oh my God. Back to. I'm so thrown off.
Yeah, learn your lesson.
This is why you don't ask Dritz questions.
I suppose so. I mean, the last time I asked just a question, he asked me a question was like, period blood or.
Yo, Dritz, how was your day?
To be honest, man, my day's been pretty good. Right now, I got Snickers on me. She's sleeping. It's been good.
So you just like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck up Virgo's day.
No, I'm having fun. I get the troll, dude. No, I've noticed it's kind of become a game in the One Piece YouTuber community. It's like every week if I join a discussion, like, just did you hate it? And then like that's like half the discussion is me being like, "Ah, fuck you guys."
No, I don't do that purposely to put you on the spot, Judge.
No, I don't care. I was gonna leave my opinion until I give off the.
I've talked to you for quite a while now, correct? And I know that you have strong opinions on certain subjects. So I really like talking to you about them. Like,
no, I mean, if you want, I can give you the too long don't read version of why I don't like Sanji. It'd basically be like 3 sentences or 1.
Dog.
All right, so the main reason is that I feel like Sanji is a morally reprehensible character down to the very core of his being.
What do you mean? Wait.
I mean,
what happened with Focus?
I said morally reprehensible.
Morally reprehensible.
Reprehensible.
Right.
Totally not searching that word up on dictionary.
Morally reprehensible.
Or can't hear you typing.
Which one?
Reprehensible.
Morally.
What's the definition of the word?
Continue on. That was 1 sentence, dude.
I don't agree with that because Sanji's always like
nigga.
All right, now that I've heard Ty talk about it, I rescind my opinion.
No, like it was a lot of times where like Sanji he jumped in to fight Virgo to save somebody else. He jumped in to fight Dofi to save somebody else. He Alabasta, he saved everybody.
But his morals,
he does a lot.
Because
he does a lot of morally good stuff.
His morals only come out when it's like beneficial to him, like if it's a pretty woman.
No,
not necessarily because there's plenty of times you could, for example, when Zoro was prepared to sacrifice himself for Luffy, this man stepped up in front of Zoro, but Zoro just knocked him out. There's plenty of cases when it's been very serious where he was ready to lay down his life also.
That's facts, but at the same time, he would strike Big Mom. At the second time, he would also Lily Lola got slapped in front of him.
Now, I have a question for Dritz. So, is the why you feel that way? Is that primarily due to what happened in Whole Cake?
No, this is prior to the time skip.
Prior to the time skip.
Wait a minute, huh?
Can you give me examples of why?
Okay, now we're not on the same page. What the fuck?
Enies Lobby.
Enies Lobby.
It's the lowest point of any character in the series that's being portrayed as a morally righteous individual. Yeah.
Because he put his morals over the crew?
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Sanji, though, is like, it's part of Sanji's character where Sanji is selfish to the degree that it's actually detrimental to other human beings.
Oh,
I mean, okay, but we find out now in Whole Cake that the reason why he never strikes a woman is Zeff beat the shit out of him into that.
Yes, and so what that essentially means is that Sanji is perfectly willing. This is what I mean in real life. Sanji is perfectly willing for any number of people to die as long as he can keep his worldview and make himself feel like he's doing the right thing.
Okay, that's a little bit extreme, Dritz.
No, because that's what that translates into.
But at the same time, Zoro doesn't want to hit a girl either.
Not at all. Because they
No, there's a difference, Ty. Is that Zoro doesn't approve of hitting women, but there's nothing saying that Zoro wouldn't because he obviously went to fear he beat Monet.
No, but he still did it in a way where he didn't hit her. So it's still like
yes, but he defeated her too.
Like you could call
no, Ty. Listen, your argument doesn't make any sense because that doesn't apply to what Sanji did with Khalifa. You're comparing apples to oranges whenever like there isn't even fruit to begin with.
It's almost the same thing. The thing about Sanji is Sanji's just openly about it. Sanji lets everybody know I don't hit a girl. Zoro,
no, that's not the deciding factor whatsoever. If you think that is, you're not arguing the same thing.
No, it's not. I know that's not the same thing. That's really why Zoro did the whole thing.
Like he'll hit a girl, but
have you ever met a wild beast that would bite?
Hit a girl either, so it's pretty much.
I mean, the difference is Sanji will still take the L over hitting the girl.
No, there's a huge difference.
Zoro would too, probably. It just
no, he wouldn't because he hasn't.
No, it just hasn't. No, he just hasn't been put into that situation. Zoro was able to be like.
No, he has been put into that situation.
You're telling me if Zoro was going up against Khalifa, he would get his ass beat?
If Zoro, wait, look, listen. When he fought Monet, he was able to like scare her into defeating herself.
Yes, Khalifa, which means he won the battle.
No, but listen, with Sanji's not able to do that. Sanji's not able to scare these people into thinking, into beating themselves.
Zoro, yes, but once again, Ty, as I said, you're trying to compare apples to oranges when we're not even talking about the same type of fruit.
No, yes, we are.
You're so far beyond the scope of what you're talking about right here that you can't compare these situations.
No, it's similar. It's very similar.
Taekwon, he still attacked her. The only reason she didn't die because he didn't use fucking hockey.
No, but you're missing the point. It's like, all right.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. He still didn't hit her. He still didn't hit her though.
Just like what?
Yes, he did.
Literally took the flame flash and cut his face. He did.
Just because it didn't do damage to her doesn't mean that he didn't hit her.
No, he didn't. Look, listen. A swordsman. Look,
nigga, how did she go in half if he didn't get hit?
I just want to argue with me. Look, listen. We already went over.
Nigga, no.
Hey, they already said. Look, listen, chill. Stop talking over me. Stop talking over me. Look.
No.
Look,
Taekwon,
when I'm right, y'all always cut me off. Let me speak.
Are you telling me she fell in half for no reason?
Look, let me speak. The manga just told us that a swordsman could cut anything they want to, or they could cut nothing at all. Zoro chose to cut nothing at all. That's not the same as hitting her. So they both don't hit girls. Just Sanji.
But he did cut her. Listen.
No.
They said that.
Listen, nigga. Bad shit, bro.
He didn't hit her. He
cut nothing at all. Sneaky shoulder. He cut her across the face.
Yeah.
Listen to the man of the water.
Zoro used hockey to not.
The man of the water.
If you get what I'm trying to say, Zoro did like what the other guy did when he acted like he killed her, but he didn't. Zoro just showed her. Look.
All right. Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
He drew blood from her.
Look, all right. So
he drew blood from her, nigga.
So from what Dritch was saying, how
he used his hockey to control it, so he didn't hurt her. Zoro didn't hit her.
So what Dritch was saying, you guys aren't comparing the same thing, because when Sanji did not fight Khalifa, he chose not to fight Khalifa, and Khalifa could have probably fucked up the rest of the crew. He could have fucked up Nami. He didn't. Like, there were so many factors in it that Sanji should have at least taken out Khalifa in a way that he couldn't, like, I'm losing my point now.
What?
Zoro pretty much got the job done when Sanji didn't, is what I'm trying to say.
But that's because Monet was so weak. If Monet was more strong,
Monet in the post-time skip was stronger than Khalifa was in the pre-time skip.
Synonymous in any
Zoro would have
regard.
ended up taking an L too. If it like at the end of the day,
Sanji still would have taken the L to
wait,
Monet.
Stop cutting me off. Look. Stop cutting me off. Listen, at the end of the day, they both showed mercy to girls. If they was different, Zoro wouldn't have showed.
We're not comparing the same thing. That's not the topic at hand.
It's a very
All right, can we move on? We're never gonna come to a conclusion.
So wait, I have another question for Judge though. So when Sanji put on the race suit and said, "All right, I'm gonna put my pride aside," and we started actually getting character development in One Piece. So wouldn't that help redeem his character?
I said in my review that week that I think that was the best moment Sanji had in the entire series. I wanted to see more of that.
Oh, word.
Okay, all right, so that's fair. All right,
I'm more or less.
I would love
disappointed
to see
that
Sanji actually fight a woman
in
this arc and actually fight her.
Right, that would be amazing.
That would show like how he's developed. That would show how much he's progressed from Whole Cake and what that whole conversation with Luffy means.
You all agree that Sanji showed Khalifa mercy, right?
Of course.
Okay. Now look. Now you all can agree that Zoro showed Monet mercy. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but the difference is
I feel like you actually don't understand.
I'm just saying though that they both show girls mercy.
We agree with you, but we say one takes the L, one doesn't. That's the difference.
So in that regard of the mercy regard, that is the only thing that is synonymous. The only thing.
And that's the only thing I was talking about. But
if you think that's what I was talking about, then you didn't actually understand what I was talking about.
Because that's not what Drift was talking about in any regard.
An enemy is opposing a threat to the Straw Hat crew. Sanji let Khalifa beat him up, but Zoro.
Hey, trust me on this, bro. I'm not trying to be a dick, bro. But no cap, like that's not what he's trying to refer to.
I brought it into comparison because it's similar things. They still both showed mercy.
Okay, you keep repeating it. We understand that.
Different from the other. They both showed mercy. Just Zoro was in a situation where he was able to control it. Sanji wasn't able to do it.
Okay, but Sanji's mercy first and foremost led to an inevitable L.
Someone put me on an execution stand.
And Zoro's mercy led to a they were still able to move.
All right, each situation is different though. Like it might be a situation. All I'm trying to say is that it might be a situation. Look, listen. We only have what we have currently, but it might be a situation where Zoro's mercy leads to the same thing that happens where he's being too nice to these girls.
Nigga, you're not technically you have future sight. We can't think about that right now.
And also, that's not the whole of the conversation, which I won't get into because it's obvious that from this context, what we're talking about is that it won't go anywhere.
You don't have to have future sight similarities and stuff. So like what I'm saying is that you're not.
Ty, for the betterment of this conversation, can we please just drop this here?
No, because if y'all gonna talk about people showing mercy to girls, talk about it. Like y'all be excluding certain.
No, Ty, listen. The reason why this conversation can't go anywhere is that I don't know if this is just something foreign to you, but we're just not talking about the same thing, and you're dead set. Whenever everyone else in the stream agrees, even though they disagree with me, they understand that what I'm talking about is not the same thing what you're talking about. So it's not even me.
Though you're making your point, people agree with you, but you still want to make your point.
I don't like Taekwon. I don't understand. Like we legitimately agree that was the same show of mercy. It was mercy, and
you still want to make your point.
No, I'm confused. Like what do you want to argue about, my nigga?
You just recently agreed after I kept trying for Matt Long to explain it. The moment Drit said something, y'all all jumped and was like, y'all agree with Drit. I wasn't trying to.
Oh, you got me fucked up. Because I definitely said, I literally broke it down and said, yes, that's a show of mercy.
Yo, rewatch the stream after. Like we can leave it, but rewatch the stream after, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
God, I agree with your view of mercy, and then I differentiated how they were different.
That was recently though. You know how long we've been on this subject, son, and you was with everybody else talking about.
Nigga, Drift wasn't talking before that. Drift just said something. I agree with him. That's not true.
Look, right now, the time, you're all mixed up in what happened in the order and stuff that happened. So,
I'm actually getting frustrated.
Oh my god.
First time?
No. 1,237.
Is that how many times Zoro lost to Aquino? Is that the actual? I don't know the actual number.
Like y'all might.
I think it's 101.
My nigga, bro. Please do not make me upset.
Or was that 1,001 or 101?
I think it was definitely in the thousands, or I think it was that much.
I think it's 1,001 then.
1,000 Zoro.
I might be scared to use the information in the manga to debate with Dritz, but I'm not scared to use the information in the manga to debate with Dritz.
Okay.
Once again, Ty, if you believe that that's the excuse you're going to use, then why we don't want to have this conversation, then it just proves that you're out of your element.
No, this proves that you think I'm out of my element. I'm not out of my element.
I want to expect
well, Ty, if you don't think that's the case, then obviously you don't think that's going to be the case. But I tried to politely ask you if we could just drop this because I don't think it's going to go anywhere productive.
So talk about One Piece then.
What do you want to talk about, Ty?
We can talk about anything.
No. Let's ask this question with Prototype. What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about anything but this.
Okay, good.
No cap. Fuck, I'm like flustered. Fuck. I
don't blame you.
Fuck my life. I wanted to say, what do you guys think is gonna happen next chapter? Because I thought I'm really confused as to why Udon Prison wasn't brought up at all.
But yeah, probably because we'll see it next chapter. Probably like they was just holding out on it.
It's probably gonna segue into it.
And I see that, but like, why would you have a little last drop like, "Hey, Big Mom just pulled up the prison," and then doesn't get addressed whatsoever the next chapter?
I think it was kind of important to show the impact of this moment of like they dedicated.
Yeah,
to the chapter.
I know. I didn't think every single panel was gonna be.
Maybe if they showed any of it, it would spoil it. I think Luffy's about to get a fight versus.
I think Big Mom is gonna be maybe towards the end of the chapter gonna be entering the prison.
Okay. I mean,
I don't know. It could be like 20 chapters from now, the way she's going.
I mean,
they was kind of warning us that Queen would flip out.
Semblance dressed. I already know your take on Wano, so I digress on that. But honestly, like I thought we would have gotten some semblance of it. Honestly.
Well, I think the bigger question here is that I'll at least give some of my opinion on this. Is I think the biggest question we can take from this chapter is actually what Zoro's going to do going into the next chapter. So I know a lot of people, I don't know why they think this, but I guess it's kind of just what they want Zoro to do. Is a lot of people want Zoro to go like mad ham because Yasu died. Yeah, because I don't know. You guys briefly touched upon the 944. We kind of talked about how that might be important. Well, we happen to be in a situation where Zoro knew died, and he's in a situation where there's a bunch of enemies around him. So I think people's expectations are going to be that Zoro is going to do something. And I'm kind of curious what it would be too, because if Zoro does anything combat related, he will actually do the exact opposite of what Yasu died for. So it's going to be interesting to see how he handles it.
Yeah, because that would honestly ruin his entire
right. Yeah,
I'm about to die plan.
But at the same time, if Zoro what would be the point of having Zoro, Toko, and Kamurasaki come to the capital if they were just going to watch Yasu die and then run away again? Yeah. So there's definitely more here.
Yeah. At the same time, Luffy's known for messing up the plan. And Sanji,
well, Luffy ain't even close to here.
No, but listen, this is still Luffy's crew. Sanji kind of messed up the plan, went in effect page 1. Zoro, it's like this is Zoro's turn to mess up the plan.
I mean, what page was that?
I mean, I definitely think that Zoro's gonna maybe rally up the rest of the people that are here. Obviously probably escape. But I don't know if he should fight someone here. I think he should definitely because there's people to lose here. He has freaking Komurasaki, and I'm forgetting her name.
Well, the way I would see it is I don't think Zoro's going to go wild. Because I actually don't think that's within Zoro's character. Zoro is actually a fairly smart person when it comes to deciding what to do for the crew. What I think should happen, and if you want to force Zoro to do something, is I feel like Komurasaki should be found out. And that will force Zoro to protect her in a situation that he couldn't avoid.
Yeah, I personally don't see Zoro doing anything. Honestly,
so who of the beef pirates are in the immediate area besides Drake?
Well, here's the thing: Drake and Hawkins, they actually know Zoro, and they're sitting right there at the execution stand, and Zoro's in the crowd. If they see Zoro, that should be something that because they were chasing Sanji, and they know who Nami was, despite the fact that they never had met Nami before. These guys should know of Zoro.
Yeah, and Komurasaki's literally just lashing out and crying. If someone recognizes, they're like, "Hey, that's Komurasaki."
Right. I mean, Nami has a bounty out. She's Count Burglar Nami's. So I understand why they recognize her.
I mean, I guess to a degree, but still, it's not like it would have been the first time someone actually recognized someone in the Straw Hats outside of the Monster Trio, basically.
Isn't there a possibility of Law being around though?
A possibility of what?
The only people
Law being around.
Other than
Law should be around. It's a good point, Ty.
Yeah. So if Zoro goes ham and Law is there for backup.
I mean,
the thing is, even if Law was there for backup, it's not an ideal situation. It only makes things worse in the long run. In the short term, maybe they can get away.
But what I'm saying is that a lot of things happened already that made things worse, like Sanji fighting Page 1. That kind of
but I think the difference between that, Ty, is that, like I said, whatever Sanji did, it didn't have a direct impact on what was going on with the plan. But if Zoro made an action right now, logically speaking, and Oda could write us so that they don't think logically. But logically speaking, if Zoro, let's say Yasu dies, right, and his entire ploy was that this was all just like a prank, basically. It was just a prank, bro. And then he tried to diffuse or create more tension between the crew. If a supernova that they didn't know, or like randomly as Wano starts going up and starts fighting people, that would automatically lead anyone to believe, like, okay, maybe there's something more behind this Yasu character than he was actually trying to say, and everything that he said that was a lie, it was actually true.
Yeah, and it would take a lot of validity from what he was from his statements.
Right. So you actually just it'd be like throwing away his sacrifice in a moment of anger.
Yeah,
but at the same time, didn't he say didn't Yasu say that, like, you know, nobody's here to back the Shogun right now? So at the same time, if Zoro was to go ham, didn't he say something like you know, like Kaido can't hear him right now? Or people?
Yeah, that's taking into consideration that his plan worked. So if Zoro goes in there and ruins it, and even, let's say under the situation that like that does happen, Orochi's men don't follow him. There's the more dangerous situation is that Kaido's men is there. There is nothing stopping Orochi from just inhibiting like martial law, because that's what they had to do for him to be the Shogun anyway. It's not like it matters.
Yeah, I'm just speaking from the point that it makes it seem like, you know, like if anything was to happen to the Shogun right now, his people are there to protect him. So if Zoro was good, bro, it would just be Zoro versus the Shogun. Nobody's in there. Nobody's gonna really interfere. They kind of made it seem like
Drake and Hawkins are there. I'm pretty sure they would interfere.
Yeah, but if Kaido is upset at the Shogun, and if Queen is upset at the Shogun, like Kaido was drinking or whatever like that, you know, it might not be. They might not.
Well, there's no evidence to say that Kaido is actually upset at the Shogun for no reason, essentially.
I mean, what would be the reason?
No, when he was drinking, like when he was drunk, it made it seem like he was drinking over the death of like what happened. Like everybody took it hard. I remember Queen was like, "Yo, are you serious?"
Kaido?
Like, yeah, I'm serious.
When
Kaido told Queen
that was Queen taking it serious in a comedic way. Kaido just called and said, "Hey, this person died." There's nothing there to suggest that Kaido.
He was drunk when he said it. Like if he had to drink to try and like cope with it.
But there's nothing saying that Kaido drank to cope with it. We don't know anything about Kaido when it pertains to Kamirasaki.
It's nothing saying that he didn't, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you're going to argue on the basis of him not having evidence, then I could just use that same point against you.
It's nothing to debate about it. Just my perspective is different on it than yours. That's it. It's nothing to like, because at the same time, it's nothing saying that he wasn't. To me, when I see stuff like that, when I see like, oh, somebody died and then somebody's drinking while they're telling, that's like adding this.
But we don't know that Kaido's drinking right now.
No, what does it matter, bro? Like that nigga's drinking all the time.
The
fuck, like that's his thing, bro. Kaido is a drunk.
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah, right. But we see that Kaido's not drunk all the time.
No, but this is the thing. You can't try to tie in him drinking for her sake.
If you want to interpret that Kaido, despite there being no evidence he cares about Kamirasaki, then go ahead and take that viewpoint. I think it'd be proven wrong.
That's my theory. Driss has his theory, and that's that. You can't.
Don't bring up no God.
Hey, Ty, you remember that one time when you babysitted me?
Dude.
That's my theory. You don't have to agree. I don't care that you agree.
We don't care that you think that.
Well, Ty, I care about you.
Listen, you don't have to. I never asked you to care. What's like, yo? What's
wrong? Then shut your mouth, man.
I'm happy you don't.
All right, Virgo, on to something else, man. Motherfucker think he own your stream, just running his motherfucking mouth the whole. Shut the fuck up.
You're emotional. It's okay. It'll be alright. I'll care next time.
Go ahead, Virgo, man. Switch the topic, man. Motherfucker just running his mouth.
Wallow. I was gonna move on to you.
You're the one running your mouth. Because I'm not.
I got my money on Ty.
Grit. Wallow, I want to know.
I've seen Ty fight in the streets before. He's wild.
Wait, what?
I remember this one time this bully like took my lunch money from me. I told Lord Ty and he came over and beat the shit out of that kid.
Hey, Wallow.
He also did it to the soundtrack of
I don't like bullies. You know what I mean? I don't like bullies.
Wallow's not a bully. I think. Anyway.
Ty's kind of like Batman. He fights for like the righteous people. He fights for the poor.
I was asking you what you thought about the chapter, nigga.
I mean, this was one of the best and out of like last couple couple of them. You know what I'm saying? It actually had some weight to it. You
I'm
feel me?
glad niggas got substance. Good.
Yeah, you feel me? Like I ain't gonna lie, that dude Yasu had me dying, bro. He talking trash the whole way out the door. Huh? You feel me? He talking cap. I mean, it was a good chapter through and through, though, man. You feel me? I just want to see now some
It was
shit pop
honestly
off.
emotional.
Yeah,
It was cool, man.
I
I
agree
just
with
need to
you.
see some shit pop off now.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
want to see consequences. Actual, like something happened after his death. What's the implication and stuff?
Oh,
Who?
I didn't actually ask you what you thought about it. My apologies, my guy.
Oh no, you good. What's it called? No, I thought I said already. It was like the first decent chapter we had in a while. Give it like what? It was like slightly above average. It was I wasn't like clamoring for it, but I didn't know how to feel about the smile thing because we don't have too much context behind that.
Well, that hopefully that will come. It will hopefully it won't be left at the door like of Giant Straw Hat. But continue.
We also and also I didn't know how to feel about it was just the prank part about it. It was just like I don't know, because how are other people going to say, oh, if it's just a prank, I'm not going to do it, and then if they,
well,
I don't know.
Hold on, may I interject?
No.
Yeah. Fuck up, Drift. I would say that those that are truly were followers of Yasui would really, really understand the context of why he was doing that.
Well, not even that. It's kind of implied that Yasu changed things off screen because he gave them new directions to a new place somehow that we don't know how he did that. So all of the people that had the symbol and understood it, they now know where to go, kind of thing.
Yeah, so they're not going to give up hope or any semblance of that. They're if anything, they'd be reinvigorated.
Which if that's the case, if everybody who got the symbol now knows there's a different location, wouldn't Kiyoshiro also know that there's a different location as well, unless it's super coded?
That is a good question.
I think Kiroshiro's is a trader, so he's probably going to be working for the Straw Hats later on.
Yeah, I mean, well, we already know he doesn't like Orochi, so.
No, just like if he wasn't a traitor, then there should be no reason why Kurosaki should be alive right now. Because that means he was actually trying to kill.
But wait. What side is he being betraying? Is what you're? I'm assuming what you're.
Portraying Orochi.
Because a lot of people believe that he's a traitor and vice versa too. Like he's playing both sides of the coin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That could be, but that's just too much of a mess and an already of a mess.
That's quite a bit. Playing both sides is like I can't really see
that. Means he has his own intentions, but then we'll have to flesh out a character that like we already have too many characters that.
Bro, we got like introductions to like 50 characters in this arc alone. Like
yeah, I don't like. I'm on board.
The only characters I really care about being fleshed out are
Hiroshima,
the three calamities, commanders, Kaido, Odin, yeah. Well, I bet that's going to be in the Odin flashback and shit, or the whatever, the Kaido flashbacks.
How many chapters do you think until like Oda's done setting up what he needs to and everything goes to shit?
Probably another 50.
I don't know about another 50.
20?
I do. For you to be saying, for him to be saying he's gonna make Marineford look cute with this arc,
which I hope he better.
Well, okay, we're what Act 3, right?
I don't know.
Are we on Act 2 still?
We're on Act 2.
Yeah, we're saying Act 2.
Oh, okay. So then we got a fuck ton of shit to go through.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got a whole bunch of other junk to go through.
Although there's like a leeway you can have with that. Not all of the Acts chapters have to be the same length. Although this one was longer than the first one, so it's whatever Oda wants it to be. Honestly, it's not like the Act thing is actually that special. It's basically just how you would format every arc ever in any series, where there's like Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, Act 4.
You're just doing the whole Japanese thing,
right? Yeah, it's more like an ode.
Yeah.
Because this is the same formula he does with every big arc.
Right.
I'm just like, he has a lot of expectations to live up
when
to.
it gets heated, it's going to be quite hot.
What a statement.
I'm wondering like which supernovas are going to be switching up when the time comes.
All of them.
Switching sides.
I hope all of them don't. I feel like that would be rather boring.
Yeah.
Well, how do you see Kaido going down?
Well, you don't. Okay, listen.
You don't need
There are
all the
some
supernovas
that are
It would be
clearly
boring
head
from
and
the-
shoulders above the rest.
It would be boring from the sense that we'd be like, well, we fucking called it.
Well, here's also my thing. Outside of Kaido being the main antagonist, the allies have the clear advantage right now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like
but
this fight's ridiculously believable, but like Apu is not going to be the deciding factor of whether or not Luffy, Kid, and Law defeat Kaido. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy? Knowing Oda, you could probably eat those words.
I hope not.
I think. I mean, nah, he won't because a poo music battle. It's gonna be lit.
Yeah. All right.
And like, here's the thing though: if you have like 12 or 20 people fighting Kaido at once, like just from an author's perspective, it's almost impossible to write that fight in a really good, satisfying way because there are so many characters.
Means, yeah, it's gonna go in terms of like Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, where they all fucking father
jump.
No, I hope not. That was like the most disappointing part of that series.
No, that was trash, and I'm upset about that. And I love Fullmetal.
Yeah, Fullmetal was awesome, but like I think that people like Fullmetal, but like I feel like the ending of Brotherhood actually could use some work.
No, Dritz, I agree that the show's bumps.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I've been talking about this for a while, but like people don't understand that this isn't just like manga. This is like everything in general. You could put this with Game of Thrones too, but it's like ridiculously hard for people to write a satisfying ending to a series.
It's true.
So wait, which one? Brotherhood came second, or Brotherhood is the original one?
Brotherhood is the original, but it came
second.
second because it was on air the first time with the original Fullmetal Alchemist, but it caught up to the manga, so the author said they could write their own original storyboard.
Oh, okay. I remember the one. The one that I seen was the one where in the beginning it'd be like humankind, nothing can be exchanged.
Yeah, that's from the original.
All right. So wait. So that's the manga one then.
No, that's the adaptation one where like they made their own script.
All right, so I seen all of that one. So
Yeah,
which one I gotta look at.
The one with Sal Tucker.
So Brotherhood is the more like
Brotherhood is the one I gotta look at then.
Yeah, Brotherhood is completely 100% from the manga.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
Scar was gangster. Did y'all remember that part where like he killed somebody when he had no arms? He still blew somebody up. So.
Yeah. Yes, dude. Scar's actually very different in the different versions of Fullmetal Alchemist.
He looks different too, right?
I know a lot of manga readers don't
change.
like Brotherhood because they made it a lighter tone.
Well, that's the reason why I like the original Fullmetal Alchemist as well, because it was a lot darker than Brotherhood. So some of the episodes, like in the overall scope of the story, it's not as great, but individually they're better.
I think they made it that way so that it appeals to a broader audience.
It's kind of hard to say because during that point in time, it was airing on Adult Swim. Maybe that was part of the reason they did
it. Yeah. And man, I'm just glad that show had like one of the best shonen fathers of all time. Shel Tucker's great.
Well, I mean, like also the thing about Fullmetal Alchemist, it's like the perfect gateway It's like the perfect gateway anime. If you like trying to get your friends into anime, you start them off with Fullmetal Alchemist because it's an amazing story, but it's only like 50 episodes. Yeah. Like it's perfect, and it's not like ridiculous in the power scaling levels. Where it's like, okay, what did Goku do?
The two animes that would be good to get people into Death Note and Fullmetal.
Yep.
Fullmetal, I mean, it's action packed for sure. Story wise, I mean, pretty good. Yeah, Fullmetal Alchemist is dope. I wish I had YouTube at the time. I would have reviewed it.
Yeah, I used to look at that like every week.
Right?
Would you imagine reading Fullmetal week to week? My
Say
God.
What?
Imagine
the way I was into it. Yeah.
Oh man, I thought that would be like crazy cliffhangers every single week.
I want the author to end this stupid ass Silver Spoon series she's on.
I'm sorry?
The author of Fullmetal, she's working on like agriculture manga. It's about a guy who wants
never heard of that.
Yeah, it's about a boy who wants to become a farmer. End that dumbass series and make another battle shonen or whatever you want to call Fullmetal.
So you went from a battle manga to a farming manga?
Yes, it's about.
Well, originally, Fullmetal Alchemist was supposed to be a one shot. It wasn't actually supposed to be a series. But whenever she made the one shot, the editor was like, "This could be an actual series. Make this a series." And she's like, "Oh, I'm not ready for this," and then she did it. Yeah.
Greed is the best character. Are we talking about Ling Yao Greed? Because then I would agree.
Wait, who said that?
Best character on Full Metal?
He's one of the best, yeah. Ling Yao Greed.
Oh, someone's in the chat.
I have to say Raph.
Green was pretty good, but
I think
obviously the best character was Nina.
You know, one thing that really threw me off is Salim. I didn't see that shit with Salim coming.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's what's very different in the original is they didn't know about the homunculus stuff really in the original series, so they kind of taken a different direction. Salim was actually the Fierce Son in the original. He wasn't a homunculus.
I did not know that. What, seriously?
Yeah, actually, yeah, because
wait, what do you mean? How do we not know that? Like, how were we supposed to know that if it's like there's no indication?
There's actually a really good twist at the end with that.
That's really cool. I had no idea.
It wasn't like it was like constantly hinted at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super sweet. But you know what? I love talking Full Metal, but that's for another day. I'm gonna end this because Matt is bitching in the chat saying round up the guys. Snicker. Come on, Snicker.
She likes to meow.
Right?
All right, I gotta go.
Is that the dog from Samurai?
I don't know. Anyway,
the dog in Samurai meows.
Yo, Zypher, I'm gonna invite you back more. I'm sorry I haven't invited you back lately. I missed you, dude.
Yeah, no problem, dude. As long as I'm available and I have time, I'm more than happy to show up.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'll reach 1,000 one day. Anyway.
I mean, if you uploaded more.
I'm weirdly consistent now. Who would have thought? Anyway, I'm having you guys here. Thank you, chat, for being here. 60 you fuckers here. I apologize for ending it. It's fire. Just like Roger's base. Go to Ricky. Oh wow! Yikes!
Yeah, don't do that.
Yikers! Bye bye. No.
Bye now.
Thank y'all for coming through. I love y'all rolling up. It was a good stream. Y'all my dudes. Y'all my guys. Y'all my ninjas. And
am I a ninja too?
Absolutely.
Virgo, are you still planning to go to Expo?
Absolutely.
You guys should book and all that. Are you going, Dritz?